Jillian lost her child in a bitter custody battle, and many moms like her say the system is endangering their kids. Are courts putting children in harm's way? Lost in the system. Coming up next.
It's a child abuse case shrouded in secrecy. Police place a girl in protective custody not once, but twice. So why does the alleged molester still have custody? In tonight's Fox 11 Investigates, Gina Silva continues our series on children lost in the system. We've chosen to conceal the parents' identities in this case.
Excuse me, sir, I'm with Fox 11 News. The police have removed your daughter twice from your home. Do you have any explanation for that? Please.
Police sources say they are investigating allegations that this man molested his daughter.
I understand that the police have an open, active investigation into sexual abuse of your daughter. Would you care to comment?
We tried to ask him about the allegations, but he wasn't talking.
Sir, do you care to respond at all? Is there anything you have to say? I'd truly like to get your side of the story.
His lawyers say it's illegal for them to talk. Everything tied up in a paternity case in Orange County's family court.
I have not seen my daughter since December 27th.
The mother says the court stripped her of custody 8 months ago without giving her a reason.
It was the most horrific moment in my life.
There is much about this case we don't know. Records in paternity cases are secret. But what we have learned raises troubling questions about this case and decisions that some say defy police efforts to protect a child. While detectives won't comment on the record, police sources tell us this child has repeatedly made statements that her dad molested her.
She has made them to teachers at her school. She has made them to doctors. On more than one occasion, she has made them to her court-appointed therapist.
Tustin police took one allegation so seriously, they removed the girl from the father's home. They placed her in the Orangewood Center in protective custody.
She was taken into custody. I was there, so I saw it.
Peggy Turk, who blogs about family court, was helping the mother at the time.
It's heartbreaking.
One police source says what happened next was mind-boggling. Social services or someone removed the child from protective custody and returned her to the father. Apparently, they believed that was the safest place for the child. The mother's reaction?
Disbelief, horror, grief.
But a couple of months later, police sources say another person reported suspected abuse. Police removed the child a second time. But again, social services returned the girl to the alleged molester, her father. Social services says they can't comment on the case.
Sir, why have police removed your daughter twice? Police have removed your daughter twice from your home. Can you explain why?
Neither the father nor his attorney, Matthew DeArmy, will tell us anything.
Is your client guilty of sexual abuse against his daughter?
That's ridiculous. No comment.
Police sources say they have an open, active investigation into the father.
It's just unbelievable that this could happen to anybody.
It's really caused this little girl to not know who to turn to or who to trust.
Turk says she's surprised that Harold LaFlamme, the child's attorney known as Minors Counsel, hasn't stopped all this.
It seems to me that the child's own counsel is ignoring all of this evidence.
Turk points to this court record as evidence that LaFlamme has an undisclosed relationship with DeArmy, the father's attorney. DeArmy is the same attorney she went up against in her own custody case last year, a case she says she won.
Dad's counsel has represented Minors Counsel in his own personal matters, and this should have been disclosed to the court.
An online record from 2011 shows LaFlamme retained DeArmy as his lawyer in a traffic case. When we first approached LaFlamme, this was his reaction.
Are you taking my photograph?
We went back to give him another chance to respond to the allegations.
I'd like to know if Matthew DeArmy was your personal counsel in a different case?
No.
He was not? We have information that he was, sir. Did you report that to the court?
I didn't report anything to the court, and I'm not going to talk to you about the case. I told you that yesterday.
Well, sir, it seems to be a conflict of interest. Would you like to respond? We're doing a story on this.
Are you a lawyer?
No, sir. I'm here to ask you
What the hell do you know about conflicts of interest?
Well, you're supposed to be a neutral party, sir.
Is that your conclusion? Go away. Leave me alone.
We also asked DeArmy about his relationship with LaFlamme, but he had no comment. Legal analyst Robin Sachs explains why attorneys are supposed to disclose potential conflicts.
You must disclose any conflicts in order to avoid any appearance of impropriety. Otherwise, there's a presumption that something nefarious is going on.
The mother says DeArmey never disclosed his relationship with LaFlamme. In fact, she claims DeArmey asked the judge to appoint LaFlamme.
If it looks unfair, if it smells bad, it certainly does not belong in a system where it's behind closed doors and everything is happening in secrecy.
The mother says she just wants her daughter to be safe.
If they're not going to give custody to me, they should put her in a safe environment where she could not possibly be subjected to abuse.
Police say their investigation into the father remains active, but Turk says she's worried and she's out of advice.
I don't know. I don't know what she can do.
Gina Silva, Fox 11 News.
The judge said he hoped to wrap up the case quickly, but as of today, it's still in progress. For a link to the family court blog mentioned in the story and more on this custody battle, go to our website, myfoxla.com.